Hoobledoop, Tiddly Peeps. I'm Hubba, talking to you from Hoobland. And I'm about to send 4 of my favourite Hoobs down to Earth to find out all about you for my great Hoobapedia. Here they come! You know who the Hoobs are?
Iver!
Groove!
And Tula!
We're Hoobs! And they're ready to go. Now the wheels are turning, we can all get learning all the things we want to know.
Hey!
Hubba's in Hoobland, and Roma somewhere far away. The motorettes are singing, we keep the engine spinning. Hoop, hoop, hooray! The Hoobmobile is coming your way.
Oh, here we come!
Well, hey!
The Hoobs are here, so what do you say? Hoobs!
There's nothing a Hoob likes better on a sunny day than a nice cup of Hoob juice and the smell of a Hoobypad flower. Tula, Iver, look, the Hoobypads have bloomed.
Oh, herbaceous.
Hoobypad flowers. My absolute favourites. I'm going to pick them.
No, Tula, no, they look really hooby-groovy in the pond.
And they'll look really hooby-groovy in a vase.
No, stop, Tula.
Yes, please.
No, stop.
Will you stop that?
No, I'm sorry, stop.
No,
don't you push me
Tula,
down.
Groove, stop it right now. We haven't got a question for Hoob News yet, and all you two can do is squabble about Hoobypad flowers.
Oh, I'm sorry, Iver.
Hey, look at this. There's Hoob loads of bubbles.
Hooby-galooby. That's odd. Why are there bubbles in the Hooby pond?
It's Hubba. You've hit on the question, Iver.
Oh, come on.
Now then. Where did I put that cup of Hoob juice?
Why are there bubbles in the Hooby pond? That's a hooble-dooble-dooper question for today's Hoob News.
Oh, do you think so, Hubba?
Oh, absolutely, Iver. There's nothing a Hoob likes more than a bubble.
Yeah.
I'll email Roma right away to see if she can take some trouble with a bubble. Oh, dear. Now then, I must stop being funny and take a look on HoobNet for you. Let me see. Bubbles. See what you make of this. Yes, this is boiling water. And when you boil water, Hoobs, you get lots and lots of bubbles. Do you see? Oh, look at all the bubbles there. And there too. Can you see the boiling water? But you have to remember boiling water is very hot, Hoobs, and it can burn you. So you mustn't touch it. Look at all those bubbles. You see them swirling round and round? So when water gets very, very hot, Hoobs, it makes lots and lots of bubbles. And you can really see the bubbles there.
Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe the Hooby pond got so hot that it's boiling.
Maybe. It has been very warm today. Let's go and check.
You go ahead, Iver. I'm going to get something I think might be useful.
What have I done with that cup of Hoob juice?
Groove, what are you doing?
I'm looking for my cup of Hoob juice.
We haven't got time for that now.
We need to see if the Hooby pond water is boiling.
Well, I'm not putting my paw in. I don't want it to get wet.
And you don't want to burn it either, do you, Groove? And if the water's boiling, then you'll burn.
But I have just the thing.
What?
Oh, what, oh, what, oh, what? Oh, what? Oh, what, oh, what, oh, what? Oh, what, oh, what, oh, what? What, what?
Ta-da! A Hoobamometer. That's what.
A Hoobamometer! I didn't know we'd brought one of those.
I don't even know what it is.
Oh, you remember Groove. It's what we use to find out how hot and cold things are. I'm going to dip it into the pond, and if it turns red, then it means the water is hot. If it stays blue, then the water is cold.
Oh, yeah. Hooby groovy.
Well?
Patience, Iver.
No, it's not hot, is it? It hasn't turned red, but it's still bubbling in there, though.
There's Hubba again.
Maybe he's got an idea. Come on.
Right, you go and sort that out, and I'll carry on looking for my cup of hoob juice.
Who'll do, Hoobs? Look, my Hoobypad flowers have bloomed too.
Oh, that is a hoobly groobly necklace, Hubba. I'm going to make one.
Later, Tula.
Still no sign of my hooby cup. Who'll do, Hubba? Nice Hoobypad flower necklace.
But now, Groove, we must get on.
Oh, don't worry, Iver. Why don't you ask some Tiddly Peeps what they think?
Oh, yes, OK. Hoobacious thought, Hubba. I'll go.
Oh, I'll drive you.
And I'll see if my hooby cup is down here.
Seatbelt?
Seatbelt.
We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps.
We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, on the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, they're smart, they're fun, they know. The Tiddly Peeps, help us find things out. They give us clues, they tell us news, that's what they're all about. It's what they're all about. The Tiddly Peeps, if we need to know who, what, where, why, when and how, we'll ask them, off we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, on the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, they're smart, they're fun, they know.
Hey, Bubbles. Where are they coming from?
Yeah.
Hooby-galooby, that tree's making bubbles.
No, a tree?
Who will do, Iver?
Oh, who'll do, Tiddly Peep? Do you want to do a Hooby hello?
Yes.
Who'll do, whoop, whoop, whoop. Your bubbles are hoobacious. I thought the tree was making them.
No, it was me. I made them with this bubble wand.
Oh, right, of course. I'd forgotten about those.
It's really easy. I just dip this in some soapy water and then blow.
So it's the air you're blowing that makes the bubbles.
That's right. That's what bubbles are.
You mean bubbles are full of air?
Yes,
So if there are bubbles in our pond, they must have been made by air.
definitely.
Hooby-galooby, you Tiddly Peeps are so clever. That's just what I wanted to ask you.
No problem, Iver.
Air. Why didn't we think of that? I must be getting back to the Hoobmobile now. Thank you very much. Hooble-toodle-doo.
Who will toodle-doo?
Oh, it's air. Bubbles are full of air.
Yeah, we're going to blow some bubbles. They are so hooby groovy.
And look, Iver, I've made a bubble wand.
Very nice, Tula. But
And I've got a bucket. Way!
Get some water and get some soap and mix it all up in a bucket. Then dip your wand in and hold it high. Remember to blow it. Don't suck it. Ready?
Ready?
Then let's get blowing. But gently. Slowly does it.
Blow, blow, gently blow, and a beautiful bubble will grow.
I'd love to hide right there inside. I could float in the air. Here I go.
Float like a fairy, so light and so airy. Kiss goodbye to your troubles. Imagine what you could see floating above a tree inside those big soapy bubbles. Yes, float like a fairy, so light and so airy. Here's goodbye to your troubles. Imagine what we could see floating above a tree inside those big soapy bubbles. Yes, inside those big soapy bubbles.
Bubbles are hoobacious.
And where there are bubbles, there's air.
Exactly. So there must be some air coming from somewhere in the Hooby pond.
Yeah, but where?
Where? Roma.
It's Roma. Maybe she'll know where.
Hoobledoop, Hoobs!
Hoobledoop, Roma.
Now Hubba tells me you're trying to find out about bubbles.
That's right, Roma.
Well, the Peat Planet doesn't come much more bubbly than this, Hoobs.
Yes, it looks very bubbly, Roma. Where are you?
I'll tell you, Iver. I've come here to see a rather marvellous thing called a geyser.
A geyser? What's that, Roma?
It's what you can see behind me, Groove. These geysers are places on the Peat Planet where air rushes up from underground in bubbles and pushes loads of water up into the air.
Hoobacious.
It certainly is, Iver. But you won't want to get too close or you'll get soaking wet. Groove might prefer that one over there. It's called a mud pot. That's where the air bubbles up under mud instead of water.
How hooby groovy is that?
Very hooby groovy indeed, Groove.
Oh, they make a very bubbly noise too, Roma.
Well, yes they do, Tula. But actually, that was my tummy. I didn't have time for my breakfast this morning. Oh dear. You must excuse me. This is Roma Hoob, by a geyser, off to get a sandwich. Hooble-toodle-doo.
Hooble-toodle-doo.
Aha! Maybe our bubbles are coming under the ground, from underneath the Hooby pond.
Let's go and check.
Wait.
What?
Well, we know what's under the Hooby pond, don't we?
What, Iver?
We are. The Hooby pond is on the roof of the Hoobmobile, right? And we are standing inside the Hoobmobile under the pond.
Oh, right.
And is there any air rushing up towards the roof?
No.
Hubba.
Here's Hubba. Maybe he'll be able to help.
Hoobledoop, Hoobs. Look, Auntie Hattie's made me this fan-tabby Hoobypad flower hat.
Hubba. I'm definitely going to pick some leads to make one of those.
Excuse me, Tula. No, you're not. The Hoobypad flowers need to stay safe and cosy, just where they are, so they can grow.
Will you two stop whittering on about Hoobipad flowers?
Sorry,
Iver.
Thank you. Hubba, it's nearly time for Hoob News and, we still don't have the answer.
Well, don't worry, Hoobs. Perhaps this story that a Tiddly Peep sent into HoobNet might give you a clue.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little fishes called Dorcas, Daphne and Dave. Dorcas and Daphne were always hiding.
Can't I have a turn at hiding?
Dave would ask. You can have a turn at hiding when you find us, squeaked Dorcas. Close your eyes and count to 10. But Dave never did find them. He would swim into a cave and come nose to nose with a big, scary shark.
Can you help me? I'm looking for my sisters,
Dave would say. And I'm looking for my lunch, the shark would snap. And Dave would swim away as fast as he could.
I give up,
cried Dave, and Dorcas and Daphne would swim back to him, giggling. At long last, Dave went to get some advice from his friend Craig the crayfish. I'll tell you how you can find them, said Craig. Follow the trail of little bubbles that they leave as they swim away. So when it was time for the next game of hide and seek, Dave closed his eyes and counted to 10. When he opened them, sure enough, there was a little trail of bubbles.
There they are.
It went past the shark's cave, past Craig the crayfish, and into some pink coral.
Found you!
Cried Dave. How did you do that? Asked Daphne.
Uh-huh, that would be telling. Now it's my turn to hide.
So Dave swam off and hid under Craig the crayfish. And guess what? Dorcas and Daphne are still looking for him to this day.
That's it. Fish make bubbles and fish live in water. Oh, there must be a fish in the Hooby pond. Come on.
Yes.
I know just the thing we need.
Can you see anything?
Nope.
Neither can I.
Oh,
Sorry, excuse me.
I say, Groove, what have you got there?
Oh, I found it in my collection of long poles with extra bits. Tiddly Peeps use them to catch fish, you know.
Oh, perhaps there's a fish hiding under the Hoobipad flowers.
Right. Fish out the flowers, Groove. They'll have to come out now or we won't be able to find our fish.
Yeah, you're right, Tula. Here we go.
Oh, yes. That's the way to do it. Oh, look.
Now you can swish about with your long pole, Groove, to see if you can catch a fish.
Swishy, swishy. Where are you, little fishy? No, I don't think I'm going to find a fish in here. But I have found the missing Hooby cup. It was under the Hoobypad the whole time.
And now that the Hoobypad flowers are out of the pond, I suppose we might as well make Hoobypad flower decorations after all.
That's a Hooby groovy idea, Tula. Come on, let's take them downstairs.
But we... Groove... Now, Tula, if you... But, hey, you two! We still don't know what was making bubbles in our pond.
Ah, Groove, I'm going to make the most hoobacious Hoobypad necklaces.
Yeah, hey, I fancy my Hooby cup being in the pond all the time.
Hubba! At least Hubba's still interested in the question, not just Hoobipad flowers.
Hooble-doop, Hoobs. Look, Hoobypad flower bracelets now. Auntie Hattie's really outdone herself this time.
Oh, yes, Hubba. We still don't have an answer to our question, though.
Well, Iver, you have just about enough time to visit those clever Tiddly Peeps once more.
Oh, yes, that's it. I think Groove will go, and I'll drive.
We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, on the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, they're smart, they're fun, they know. The Tiddly Peeps, help us find things out. They give us clues, they tell us news, that's what they're all about. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, on the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, they're smart, they're fun, they know.
Hoobledoop, Tiddly Peep.
Hoover Grave.
What you doing?
I'm washing up.
Oh, have you just had your dinner?
No, I only had a drink.
Hey, there's bubbles in your water.
Yes.
Oh, where have they come from?
They came from out of my cup.
How did bubbles get into your cup?
It's just air that was inside it. Watch.
Hooby galooby. Look at all those bubbles. What's happening?
When I put my cup into the water, there's still air inside it.
Oh, right. And bubbles are full of air.
That's right. When I turn the cup over, the air comes out.
In bubbles?
Yes.
Ah, Tiddly Peep. This could be just the answer we've been looking for. There's been bubbles in our Hooby pond all day, but we couldn't work out where they were coming from.
Maybe something in your pond has air inside it.
Well, it did, yes, my Hooby cup. I better get back to the Hoobabil, but thanks so much.
That's all right, Grave.
Hooble toodle doo.
Hoover Toodle Doo.
I've got it. I know the answer. It was my...
Hooby Cup!
Hey!
Yes, we know. And now it's time for Hoob News. Come on.
Little fishy trying to swim away from me. Little fishy blowing bubbles in the sea. Little fishy, you can swim ever so far, but I'll find you.
Oh, yeah, I'll find you.
'Cause your bubbles will show me where you are.
Oh, bother! Little fishy swimming from side to side.
A little fishy give a motoretta a ride.
Where is it going?
I can't decide.
But I'll find you.
Oh, yeah, I'll find you.
'Cause your bubbles will show me where you hide.
We'll find you, 'cause your bubbles will show us where you hide. Yeah!
Hubba, 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 hubba.
Oh, Hooble-doop Hoobs, you look hoobacious. There's nothing like a Hoobypad to make a Hoob feel gay and glad. Are you ready with your Hoob news for my great Hoobapedia?
Ready, Hubba, hubba.
Then take it away!
Hooble-doop whoop to all you Hoobs out there. Welcome to Hoob News, the new show for Hoobs Everywhere. I'm Iver.
I'm Tula.
And I'm Groove.
And today we've been asking the question...
Why are there bubbles in the Hoobie pond?
It all started when Tula and Groove were arguing about the Hoobypad flowers.
I saw some bubbles in the Hoobie pond, but we didn't know where they'd come from.
First, Hubba Hubba showed us how water bubbles when it's boiling.
But our Hoobie pond water wasn't hot at all.
So I went to visit a Tiddly Peep who was blowing bubbles.
But they were in the air, not underwater.
Then Roma told us about things called geysers, where air bubbles up underneath water.
But we realised the only thing under the Hoobie pond was us.
Then Hubba Hubba found a story about Dave the fish.
And that showed us that creatures who live in water blow bubbles.
But there isn't anything living in our pond, so that was no good either.
But I did find my missing Hoobie cup at last.
So Groove went to visit a Tiddly Peep.
And he showed me that you can make bubbles in water with the air in a cup.
Which made us think that maybe what had made all those bubbles in our Hoobie pond was...
Groove's Hoobie Cup!
Fantabby Hoobie! So it's thanks once again to Iver, Tula, Groove and Roma for giving Hoobs Everywhere a little peep into the world of peeps. And remember, wherever you are, have a nice day and Hooble-toodle-doo!
Hooble-toodle-doo! Do you know what I fancy doing?
What's that?
I fancy blowing some more bubbles.
Oh, you're in luck, Iver.
Yes?
I've got my bucket.
And I've got my bubble wand. Here you are.
Thank you, Tula.
Hubba Hubba's in Hoobland, and Roma somewhere far away. The motorettes are singing, we keep the engine spinning. Hoop hoop hooray! The Hoobmobile is coming your way.
Oh, here we come.
Well, hey,